The most dangerous debt right now does not look like debt. It looks like a button at checkout. And if you have ever clicked it, this video is about you, because the same system running on every buy now, pay later app in 2026 is designed to do one thing: make expensive decisions feel painless for exactly long enough that you forget you made them. By the end of this video, you will know exactly how the trap works and the 3 structural changes that shut it off permanently. Here is the number that explains everything. Buy now, pay. Later debt in the United States has grown to over $100 billion as of 2026. $100 billion in a product that did not exist 15 years ago. 3 days before payday. $41 left in her checking account. She makes $55,000 a year. She did not go on a trip. Did not make any big purchases. She just ran out. Again. So she opens her phone and starts counting. 1 pair of boots, 4 payments, 2 left. 1 skincare order, 4 payments, 3 left. 1 birthday gift for her sister, 3 payments, 2 left. 1 jacket she bought in January, 6 payments, 4 left. 1 home item she does not even remember ordering, 4 payments, still going, 5 plans, running at the same time. Maya is 28 years old, works in marketing, has a budget, checks her bank account regularly, thought she had a handle on her spending. And tonight she is sitting on her couch, realizing that none of that mattered, because together, these 5 plans are eating $230 out of every single paycheck. Money she already spent on things she already has. That is Maya's number. Maya is not unusual. She is just the average. Here is why buy now, pay later is the most psychologically sophisticated debt product ever built. Not because it charges the highest interest, not because it hides fees in the fine print, because it removes the one thing that has always protected people from overspending: the pain of paying. Your brain has a built-in alarm system for financial decisions. When you see a $200 price tag, your brain registers a loss. That loss feeling is what makes you hesitate. What makes you ask, do I actually need this? Buy now, pay later. Turns off that alarm. You see $50. Your brain registers a small loss. The hesitation disappears, and you click confirm before the alarm has a chance to sound. And I know exactly what you are thinking right now. I am smarter than that. I track my spending. Maybe you do. But here is what Klarna, Afterpay, and Affirm are actually betting on. Not your stupidity, your psychology. And psychology does not care how smart you are or how organized your spreadsheet is. Klarna, Afterpay, Affirm combined, they processed over $300 billion in transactions in 2024. $300 billion of purchases that felt smaller than they were. That is not an accident. That is the entire product. It never starts dramatically. It starts with something completely reasonable. Maya needed boots for winter. $190. 4 payments of $47.50. That felt smart, actually. She had the money for the full amount, but spreading it out felt like good money management. This is the entry point for almost everyone. A reasonable purchase. A payment plan that felt responsible. No alarm sounded. Then 3 weeks later, a birthday gift for her sister. $80. 3 payments of $26.67. Still felt fine. Then a skincare order. Then a jacket on sale she would have missed if she waited. Then a home item she convinced herself she needed. Each one reasonable in isolation. Each one a small number at checkout. None of them alarming. But here's what Maya's phone looked like by February. 5 separate apps. 12 active payment installments. 17 different future dates when money would automatically leave her account. And she could not tell you off the top of her head how much was coming out or when. That is not bad budgeting. That is a system designed to be impossible to track. Okay? Stop. Here is the number that should end that argument permanently. 43% of buy now, pay later users report losing track of at least one payment in the last 6 months. 43%. Nearly half of all users. And the average active user has 3.5 open payment plans running at any given time. Not because they are irresponsible, because the product is deliberately frictionless. The easier it is to start a plan, the harder it becomes to track all the ones you have running simultaneously. That is not a bug. That is the business model. And when you miss a payment, or your account does not have enough to cover an automatic withdrawal, late fees hit, overdraft fees hit. In some cases, penalty interest rates kick in on the remaining balance. The free convenient payment plan suddenly has a very specific cost. Here's the number I want you to sit with. 70% of buy now, pay later users say they have spent more than they intended to because the payment plan made the purchase feel affordable. 70%. 7 in 10 people who use these apps admit the app caused them to overspend. Not enabled overspending. Caused it. The product works exactly as designed. And the design is not built around your financial health. It is built around transaction volume. Your restraint is their lost profit. So they built a product that systematically removes your restraint, and called it financial flexibility. If the first time you heard someone actually say that out loud feels like a relief, you know what to do. Drop how many active buy now, pay later plans you have right now in the comments. Do not guess. Actually check. I want to see how many people in this community are carrying more than they realize. Now let me show you what this costs in real numbers. Maya's 5 plans cost her $230 per paycheck. She's paid twice a month. That is $460 a month going to past purchases before she buys a single thing for her current life. Groceries, rent, gas, utilities. All of those come after the BNPL payments have already cleared. She is not budgeting her income. She is budgeting what is left after her past self already spent it. Quick math check. $460 a month invested at a 7% annual return over 10 years is $76,000. Maya is not making a small decision when she clicks pay in 4. She is making a $76,000 decision. She just cannot see it from the checkout screen. Because she is always starting each month short, she needs flexibility. So she uses buy now, pay later again. For current purchases she cannot fully cover, which adds more future payments, which makes next month shorter, which means she needs more flexibility. This is not a spending problem, it is a structural loop. And the loop is self-reinforcing. Every time she uses the product to solve the problem, the product created, she goes deeper. Stop. Before the fix, I want to say something the buy now, pay later industry does not want said. Maya is not in this situation because she is bad with money. Buy now, pay later entered that gap and offered itself as the solution. It is not the solution. It is a product that profits from the gap. When 60% of BNPL users say they use it because they cannot afford to pay in full, that is not a personal finance failure. That is a structural reality being monetized. Maya did not create the gap. She is just trying to live inside it. But here's the thing about structure. Once you see how it works, you can change it. Not perfectly, not all at once, but you can change it. This is not a money problem. It is a structure problem. And the structure has a fix. 3 structural changes, not rules, not restrictions. Structural changes that make the trap physically impossible to fall into. Structure change 1 makes the impulse purchase category disappear from your life almost completely. Not by saying no, by making the question irrelevant. 48 hours. When you see something you want, add it to a list. Not a cart, a list, notes, app, physical paper, anywhere that is not a checkout screen. Wait 48 hours. Then ask 3 questions. Do I still want this? Can I pay for it in full right now? Would I still buy it if pay in 4 did not exist? If all 3 answers are yes, buy it in full. If any answer is no, you just saved yourself a future payment. Most things you want in a checkout moment, you do not want 48 hours later. The urgency was manufactured. The payment plan created it. Structure change 2 makes it impossible to hide the real number from yourself. 1 account. Everything visible in one place. All money lives in one place. No splitting across apps. No mental accounting where you tell yourself the BNPL payment does not count because it comes from a different source. When all your money and all your commitments are in the same view, the real picture becomes impossible to ignore. Maya could not see her problem because it was spread across 5 apps and 3 accounts. Put it all in one place, and the picture becomes clear immediately. Structure change 3 eliminates the categories where you need BNPL entirely. The money will already be there. Look at your last 6 months of buy now, pay later purchases. What category keeps appearing? Clothes, tech, gifts, home items. Pick the top 2, open a separate savings account, put a fixed amount in it every month. When you want something in that category, buy it from that account in full. No payment plan, no future payments, no loop. You are not restricting yourself. You are building a system where you never need buy now, pay later for those categories again, because the money is already there. Maya goes through her apps, counts her active plans, sees the number clearly for the first time. 5 plans, $230 per paycheck. She does not cancel her purchases. She cannot. They already happened. But she does 3 things tonight. She turns off the buy now, pay later option in every shopping app on her phone, buried in settings. Takes 4 minutes. Gone. Then she opens a new savings account, labels it clothes and gear, sets up an automatic $50 transfer every payday. In 6 months, she has $600 in that account, enough to buy things she actually wants without borrowing from next month. Then she writes down the date her last active payment plan ends. 11 weeks from now, she marks it on her calendar, because on that date, $460 a month stops going backward and starts going forward. Maya did not have a money problem. She had a structure problem. And the day she saw the structure, she changed it. That is all this was. You are not behind because you are bad with money. You are behind because the product was designed to keep you exactly where you are. Now you know how it works. Go turn it off, subscribe, because every single week I put out a video on exactly how to keep more of the money you already earn. Drop how many active buy now pay later plans you have running right now in the comments. I read every single one,